Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Keep It Pro Training Call, brought to you each and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific for the past 4.5 years. The purpose of this call is not only to learn skills for success in business and network marketing, but also in life. Thank you for joining. My name is Meredith, and I have the honor and privilege to introduce the creator and host, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Romacio is a well-sought-after leader, trainer, and coach, as well as an extremely successful international entrepreneur. At the age of just 25 years old, he made his first millions in mortgage and real estate. Shortly after, he was introduced to network marketing. Because he is the ideal student and learned from the best, he quickly rose to the top. In fact, he has been one of the top 50 MLM income earners in the entire world. He has over 750,000 people in his organization and has done over $1 billion in sales. He knows how to make money, and he knows how to make it fast. He loves to have fun, but most of all, he loves to share the wisdom he has gained over the years. In fact, he has helped countless individuals make life-changing income all over the world. What I love most about Romacio is his ability to know exactly what his audience needs to hear each and every time he speaks. I highly suggest that you find a quiet place and grab a pen and paper, because you're going to want to take notes and remember these nuggets of wisdom he's going to share today. Without further ado, here is your millionaire mentor, marketplace minister, the California kid, Mr. Romacio Fulcher.
Thank you so much, Meredith, for that wonderful introduction. And I want to welcome everybody back again for another edition of the Keep It Pro Training Call. Guys, we've been doing this for now 4.5 years, and it is quite a pleasure to be here with you guys every single Sunday, talking to all you entrepreneurs, both domestically and internationally. I'm in love with this platform because it's such a need. It is such a need for it. There are so many people out there, myself included, that are trying to make their way up the stream, kind of like a salmon, right? You know, salmons always swim against the current. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and honestly, you got a lot of people at different stages in their career based upon what they're promoting. So it's very cool to have a call like this where you can get on every single week for free and learn and confirm different nuggets that will help you be better as a person, and it'll also help you be more skillful in what it is that you do. As those of you that have been with us throughout the weeks and years, as you know, every Sunday we teach two specific things. One, we teach you the specific skills that you need to get yourself to the very top of whatever it is that you're promoting. The second thing that we teach is we also teach life skills as well. You're going to find on your journey to the top, on your journey while being an entrepreneur, you're going to find that as you grow and develop as an individual, as you grow and develop, everything else around you will also automatically grow as well. So in other words, everything that you do, your business, your personal relationships, everything that's attached to you in this lifetime is a reflection of you. So what that means is the greatest investment that you could ever make is in yourself. And so I salute those of you that listen in, and more importantly, I double salute those of you that actually apply the nuggets that we share here on this call with many of your friends and colleagues. Also, these calls are recorded. You can gladly download them, re-listen to them as much as you want. You can follow us on our YouTube channel, Romacio Fulcher. And so, guys, this is definitely a place where you need to be on Sundays if you're just looking to get that extra jolt in your arm, that extra shot of confirmation, right, from a voice that you may not really even know, but it's also really good to have someone that you don't know confirm something that you're doing, right? Well, guys, I am really excited to get into today's topic. I'm fired up about it. And I want to set the stage. Today we're going to be talking about believing. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about believing. In fact, The theme of today's call, for those of you that have been following us, is I need faith around me. That's the theme of today's call. I need faith around me. I'm going to really paint a really good picture for you here today. This is going to tie in just absolutely amazingly well. And so if you got a pen, I want to ask you today to grab a pen. I want you to grab a pen, grab a quick piece of paper. If you're driving, you're someplace where you can't do that, then just, send a little text message to yourself to go and reference the scriptures that I'm about to give you before we dive in. So the theme of today's call is I need faith around me, right? But for those of you that want to know exactly where it is that I'm drawing from to be able to paint the picture that we're about to paint for you today, is coming from in the Bible, the book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 22 through 43. One more time. In the book of Mark, chapter 5, 22 through verse 43. I want you to go ahead and write that down because I'm going to keep this call kind of short today so that you can jump off the phone, and I want you to study those, okay? And if you're wondering which Bible should you reference, I'll keep it easy for you. Let's keep it simple. And why don't you go to the AMP version, or what we call the Amplified version, okay? AMP. It just keeps it really simple. If you don't own a Bible, you can certainly go to Google. You can certainly go to your cell phone, download the Bible app. There's no excuse, okay? They're everywhere. It's the number one sold book of all time. So you definitely can find it for sure, okay? But I want everybody to understand that we're coming from the book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 22 through 43. I'm not going to read it all right now. I'm not going to do that, okay? But I'm going to just really pull out the essence of it. But I would like whoever you are that's listening, I want you to go there when we're done, and I want you to read the story for yourself. The theme of the call is I need faith around me. Now, I'm just going to pull out certain highlights that I want to highlight of this book, of this chapter. Long story super short. Jesus was honest. There was someone that needed to be healed. There was someone that needed healing. There was a daughter. There was a man's daughter who was quickly dying. And the man, long story short, ran all the way to where Jesus was and said, "Look, can you please come help my daughter?" And being that Jesus is such a compassionate person, Jesus said, "Sure." And he said, "You got to come quick. You got to come now. You got to come quick. You got to come now. She's literally dying." And the man, Jesus was his last hope. Long story short, as Jesus was walking, towards the destination of where the man's daughter was to go and heal her, there was another lady who had an issue. And for many years, I believe it was like 12 or 14 years, this lady had an issue. She had an ailment. It was the lady with the issue of blood. She just couldn't stop. She had some type of internal issue going on with her body. And this lady, her faith was so strong that even though all the doctors and everybody had all said that, she's not going to make it, and all the negative news and all the negative reports, this lady's faith was so strong. This is the part I want you to underline. This lady's faith was so strong that she said, if I could just touch the hem of Jesus' garment, I know I will be made whole. I'm going to say it again. Her faith was so strong that she said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I know I will be made whole. Long story short, while Jesus was on his way to go help somebody else in need, there was a lady that had an issue for 14 years. And she had been saying, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I know I'll be made whole. Long story short, this particular lady was able to basically touch the hem of his garment, and sure enough, she was made whole, okay? But that's not the point of the story that I really want to focus on. The point of the story is, because Jesus took his time and he stopped for that lady who had touched the hem of his garment, because he stopped for a minute to take care of that. When Jesus stopped to take care of that, the initial man who had the daughter who was dying, she had now died. She was now declared dead. And basically, there were people that ran, and they were kind of disappointed. They were like, listen, Jesus, we needed you to be here. And because you made a stop, basically, now she died. But if you had not made that stop, she could still be, it would have been, you could have healed her. Now, here's the part. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a short call, but it's going to be powerful. Okay? This is the part right here that I want all of you listeners to catch. Jesus, he continued to walk towards the man's home. But he said, I only want Peter, James, and John to go with me. This is the main highlight for all of you that are listening right now, every single one of you. He said, I only want Peter, James, and John. Again, go read it. Mark 5:22 through 43. I only want Peter, James, and John to go with me. Long story short, Jesus got to the house, and the daughter that was declared dead, long story short, I'm just giving it to you real short. Jesus healed her. Lady came back alive. Boom. She rose. She's living. Jesus healed her. She's living. But as amazing of a story as that is, that Jesus brought somebody back from the dead, that's not the highlight of the call. The highlight of the call is the point of Jesus wanted Peter, James, and John to go with him. And this is the point I really want to emphasize. Why did he only want Peter, James, and John? You see, when he was going to perform a miracle, Jesus didn't want anybody that was doubtful or in disbelief to be around him. Uh-oh, here we go, baby. Here it is. If you're taking notes, I want you to think about what is it that you're believing for. I don't know. Maybe it's healing in your body. Maybe it's for restoration in your relationship with your children. Maybe it's for significant financial miracle increase. Maybe it's all of the above. Maybe it's for, the love of your life. Maybe it's for a baby. I don't know what it is you are believing for. But what I do know, each and every single listener listening to the sound of my voice, you're waiting for something. Oh, yes, you are. You are waiting for something to manifest itself in your life. And I want to pull out the story in Mark chapter 5, 22 through 43, when Jesus said, I only want Peter, James, and John to go with me. See, Jesus didn't want any, at that moment in time, he knew he was getting ready to deliver a knockout punch. He was getting ready to do what most humans declare as impossible. He knew that he can do it, but he had no time to spend with people that were going to be in disbelief if it can be done. So what's my message for those of you that are listening? I want you to think about what it is you're believing for. And I want to tell you right now, you need faith around you. Faith brings restoration. Faith brings healing. Faith creates change. Faith creates miracles. Faith is the difference maker. You don't have time to be hanging around with the people who don't believe. You need Peter, James, and John. That's what you need. Now, I'm letting you know this may be hard for some of you, because there you are trying to hang on to your dream, and you got these people that you're carrying with you, and they don't believe like you do. I'm going to give you some wise advice. Very wise. Very wise. Stop telling your dreams to people who don't believe. Do you realize that God gave you the dream? He gave you the energy. He gave you the unction. He gave you the faith. Why are you casting your vision to a bunch of people who don't believe? See, nobody believes until it happens. It always is impossible until it's done. Don't spend your energy trying to convince people that you qualify for the dream that was given to you. Don't do it. Do what Jesus did. He said, no. I just want Peter, James, and John right now. That's all I want. No. All the rest of y'all stay right there. Just bring these three with me. That's all I want. I just want these three. That's all I want right now. That's the type of what I'm saying to you guys. You need faith around you. I keep my circle very small, and I'm telling you, listen to me, I'm going to say it slow, and I want everybody to hear you. The dreams I have inside of me, the visions I have inside of me, the goals and the manifestation and all the differences, all the dreams that I have inside of me, they're very special to me. They're very special to me. They keep me alive. They give me a reason to fight sometimes when I don't feel like fighting. They give me a reason to get back up when you get knocked down. They keep me going. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. He ain't going nowhere. My dreams, my visions is what I live for. I won't let nobody take it from me. Do you hear me? My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, can't nobody take my dreams from me. So let me explain to you. My circle is very small. And if you're in my circle and you're not telling me how much you believe in the vision and how you know it's going to happen, you are instantly deleted from the circle. Let me say it again. You could be a family member or a friend. If you are not in alignment with me on where I'm going, you are instantly deleted from the circle. My dreams mean everything to me because the Bible says where there is no vision, people perish. And people without vision obviously are perishing. So you need faith around you. To all you single men and women out there, I'm talking to you single folks first. Let me tell you the number one thing that should be on your list in terms of what you're looking for in a mate. And I know some of you may say, well, wait a minute. What makes you so qualified? Don't worry about that. I'm qualified. Listen up. Let me tell you the number one thing that you should be looking for to all you men out there. And I know because I'm a man. You know, and there it is. You got your list. You want 36, 24, 36. You got all these dimensions, and you want this, and you want that, and you want all this stuff. No. The number one thing you're going to need is not 36, 24, 36. What you're going to need is a woman who can believe, a woman who has a relationship with God, and it's active. It ain't dormant. It's forever growing. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need that way more than you're going to need 36, 24, 36. I'm just telling you right now. This should be the number one thing, because do you understand what type of turmoil you will come across if you are a believer and you're believing in something and you don't have Peter, John, and James around you? What does that mean? And you don't have other people that are around you supporting your dream, supporting your vision, believing with you, in alignment with you. And I'm not talking about the ones that talk a good game in your face, and when you're not around, they tell their friends, oh, that boy is just crazy. He deranged. Something wrong with her. I don't know what type of world she's living in. That's not even reality, what she's talking about. I'm telling you right now, divorce yourself from all non-believers. Now, let's go over here to you women, to you ladies. Oh, I want tall, dark, and handsome. Ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? But I'm telling you, that's not number one on your list. It shouldn't be. The number one thing you need is a man that is literally, his heart is after God. He is steadily trying to get bigger and better. He's believing. He's active in his faith. He's growing. That's the number one thing you need. Do you know what type of hell you will uncover if you hook yourself up with somebody who thought they was all that, but they don't really know about who's really all that? I'm letting you know right now, you need more faith around you. You need faith around you, people that believe, people that can believe. One day in the future, we're going to teach a course for 2 weeks on believing, because we're going to really break it down. Today is not the day for that, but you need faith around you. In other words, write this down. Alignment comes before the assignment. The Bible talks about being evenly yoked, evenly yoked, evenly yoked, evenly yoked. The Bible talks about that. Oftentimes we wonder why, why things are so difficult within the relationship. It's because oftentimes we got so caught up in the moment with how handsome he was, how pretty she was, how good he made you feel, how wonderful her cooking was, or whatever your thing is, and we didn't make the main thing the main thing. And the main thing should be, how strong is her faith? How strong is his faith? How active is he in his faith? Are we evenly yoked on our philosophies? You need more faith around you. You need more faith around you. What's taking so long for the promotion? Do you have enough faith around you? You know, I was talking just yesterday to my pastor, and we were having a counseling session just yesterday. And he said to me, he says, you know, Romacio, you have inspired me so much with your vision, and I'm not about to tell you guys what my vision is. That's between me and God. He said, you've inspired me so much with your vision. He said, not only is he so inspired, he decided to tell 800 members of his congregation, we all need to be fasting and praying for this brother Romacio and the vision that he's under right now. We all need to be praying for it. He said he was so inspired behind it, and it was such a big vision. It was such an amazing vision that's going to help so many people in so many ways. He said, oh, man, if we all about to benefit from such a vision, we all need to be on our hands and knees praying and fasting and interceding and believing for this vision. Once again, you need more faith around you. Remember, I'm letting you know, I want you to take inventory of your circle immediately. And I want you to make whatever eliminations you have to make. Don't apologize for it. And make whatever additions you need to make. I want you to do that immediately. Because it's very difficult, next to impossible, for you to birth a dream and you've got all these doubters in your ear. I understand that some of us, we love to get turned on by non-believers. I understand that sometimes we need people to tell us we can't do it just to prove to them that we can. But let me tell you, when you begin to really crack open that Bible and you begin to really look at people like Jacob, you begin to look at people like Joseph, you begin to look at people like David. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on. And you're talking about people with vision, people with purpose, people with dreams. You're going to need Peter, John. You're going to need some people to believe with you. You're going to need some people to believe in you. To believe. I'm talking about real belief. None of that, you can do it. You can do it, little Johnny. I'm talking about real belief. You're going to need Peter, James, and John in your life. Who are the three people that literally they will sacrifice with you? They'll believe like you. They'll put the sacrifice of time into prayer, into believing, into working. Who are the three people that you know You know, it fires me up when I get a call from my pastor, and he doesn't have to call me. The man is busy. The man has got money. He's doing his thing. He's successful. You know what I mean? Oh, he's not one of these, these little joker broker pastors. This is a real pastor. He's really walking the walk, talking the talk. He's really doing the do, right? One of them type guys. And he calls me, and he says, hey, listen, I just want you to know, Mouse, I am believing with you. I've been praying. I've been interceding. I've been going strong before the Lord for your vision. I mean, you see what I'm talking about? These are the type of people you want in your corner. Hey, man, I'm fasting with you, Romacio. I'm fasting for you. This is the type of man you want to be with. This is the type of woman you want in your life. You need more faith around you. Ladies and gentlemen, when you begin to understand how powerful it is when you choose to believe that it can and it will happen to you, when you choose to finally come to grips with how powerful it is, the thoughts that you think. Now, we all have a whole bunch of thoughts that come through our mind. I'm talking about the ones you choose to hold on to, not the ones that pass over you. I'm talking about the ones you choose to harbor and hold on. Number one. Number two, the words that you speak. Number three, the actions that you take. Number four, the environment that you create. When you begin to understand those four things, if you're listening, one more time, the thoughts that you meditate on, that you ponder on, that you let over and over and over, like my number one thought all day, every day right now, Lord, I trust you. 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 When I don't have nothing else to say, and I run out, Lord, I trust you. I trust you. I know. Lord, I trust you. You know why I trust you, Lord? Because I'm 10 for 10 in terms of making it through difficult seasons. I'm 10 for 10. 10 for 10. I've always made it. You've always made a way. Even when it didn't look like it, even when the deck was stacked against me, you always made a way. I'm 10 for 10. Lord, I trust you. I trust you. I know all things work together for the good. I know that Jesus Christ died for my sins, so I'm not going to be condemning myself for something that was already, the price has already been paid for. Nope, not going to do that. So number one, the thoughts that you think are very important. Number two, the words that you speak are very important. Number three, the actions that you take. Are you just a talker or are you a doer? Are very important. And number four, the environment. Environment. Now, why did we talk about your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend? Because you with them all the time, and they are influencing you in one direction or another. Are you aware? Are you awake? They are influencing you. And I'm letting you know, that's why the Bible talks about being evenly yoked. No, I'm not telling you to go dump your husband. I'm not telling you to go dump your girlfriend. I'm not telling you to do that. I am telling you that if you want to speed up time and you want to really start checking things off your list, you're going to have Peter, James, and John. You're going to need a few people to believe like you, to believe with you, to hold you up when your body's getting weak. And yes, your body, when you, listen, let me write this down. Believing takes work. Believing takes work. What do you mean, Romacio? It takes work to believe. Because everything, all the forces against you are dark. They're trying to make you believe it's not going to happen. It's unlikely. You're not being realistic. Believing takes work. It takes work. It takes work. That's why whoever is in your house, in your apartment, wherever you live, man, you better make sure you get them on the right sheet of music. You better make sure you and him or you and her or her and her or him and him or however you're doing it, you better make sure y'all on the right sheet of music, or it's going to be some smoke in the city. It's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, and the reason why I'm so passionate about this, I'm thankful to my parents. They've always told me I can do whatever I want to do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I've never heard them be in disbelief of any dream or anything I had. Sometime when I thought it was too difficult and I thought it was over, my parents would tell me, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. Your best work is ahead of you. So this is where I come from. And I'm fortunate. I'll be honest. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. I'm thankful for that. But I'm letting all of you out there that if you, in your dating season, you're trying to figure it out, and maybe you're trying to, this your second marriage or whatever you're trying to do, I'm letting you know, this time, instead of focusing on 34, 24, 36, you need to be focused on some substance. Substance. You're going to need substance more than you're going to need some cornbread. I'm telling you that now. You're going to need substance. Because I'm letting you know that, and all you ladies out there, don't you ever, and I really hope all of my nieces is listening to me. If they're not, I'm going to make them listen to this call. I hope and pray like Jesus was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane when he was sweating so hard. That's how hard I want to pray on this. I hope and pray that all of my nieces and my goddaughter and all of them people, I hope that any woman will never, ever hook up with a man that doesn't have a vision for his life. A man who's not on purpose. I don't care how tall he is. I don't care how short he is. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care about none of that. What is his vision for his life? I don't just want to hear no speech. I want to see his feet. Where is that boy going? What's his plan? How's he plan on getting there? Now, that's what I'm interested in. And that type of boy, I'll take him to lunch. I'm letting you know, this is serious. This is serious. I'm letting you know. My sons, I'm letting them know, hey. I don't care how beautiful she is. Listen, first of all, young man, do you know what your vision is? You know what your purpose is? You do? Okay, that's good. Any girl you end up hooking up with, she need to be about your purpose. She need to join you in your mission. If she's not in your mission, she's gone. She's gone. Nope. This topic that we're talking about is so important. It's so important. Because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you already are going against the grain. You already are doing what most people are afraid to do. Don't make it any harder than it already is. What does that mean? Don't make it any harder by connecting yourself with people that don't believe in your mission. Get rid of them. I love how my mother says it best. There is good in goodbye. There is good in goodbye. That's a good thing sometimes to say goodbye to some people because they were just in your way. And just remember, if Jesus was getting ready to go do a miracle and he said, I need Peter, James, and John. That's all I need right now. If he needed 3 people to be with him, people that would believe in the impossible, if Jesus needed it, I got news for you. You're going to need it too. So as I told you, this call is going to be kept short. I want to give you an assignment. I'd like for you to stop right now. We're about to end. I want you to jump on your Bible, jump into your cell phone, wherever you can find your Bible, and I want you to go to Mark chapter 5, read verse 22 through 43, so that you can see and read in the Amplified version. That way it keeps it real simple, easy for you to follow, and you can see how important it is to have faith around you. How important it is to have faith around you. Now listen, don't be the stubborn person listening and go, oh, Romacio, yeah, I know how important. Listen, I don't care who you are. Go read it again. Even if you know the scripture, go look at it again. Sometimes a second and third reference can do the trick. Just go read it again. Go read it again. And then when you read it, I want you to think about those 4 things I told you. Your thoughts. Your thought process. Are you choosing? Are your thoughts thoughts of faith? Or are they thoughts of doubt? Number 2, the words you're speaking. Are you sure it's going to happen? Or you just gave up on it? You're not quite sure. Number 3, is the actions that you're taking, are they in alignment with the words that you're speaking? And number 4, environment. Come on, man. Tell me your environment is still a winning environment. Tell me you're in an environment of prosperity despite it may look despair. Tell me you're still dreaming. Tell me you're still looking at YouTube on the places you're going to go, people you're going to impact, homes you're going to have. Tell me you're still got your dream board, your philanthropy board. Tell me you're still listening to positive affirmations and positive sounds and moving your body because motion creates emotion. Tell me you're still in an environment of success, an environment where the vibe in the air is, I can smell these people believe. I can smell these people are fighting for something. They believe in something. I can smell it in the air. Woo! I can smell the stench of war. I can smell the stench of sweat. I can smell the stench of hard work and scars. But I can also smell the stench of winning, vision, purpose, and believing. I can smell faith at work. Faith at work. I love it when Paul said, you probably try to tell me your faith by your words. He said, I'll show you my faith by my works. Because with faith without works is completely dead, and we all know that. So again, guys, I want to leave you with, grab your Bibles. Go study the scriptures I just told you to. Make the additions in your life that you need to, and always remember, there's good in goodbye. Make the deletions that you need to as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if Jesus needed Peter, James, and John, don't ever underestimate that you're going to need just a few people to believe with you and to believe in you. And always remember, Romacio Fulcher, the California kid, is a believer. I believe in you. Because in all that you do, don't you ever forget, there is nobody in this entire world any greater than you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys all next week on our Keep It Pro training call. Goodbye, everybody.